Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about...
Is the entire receipt recalled? Instacart Shopper gets receipt filled with recall notices, but she isn't supposed to give customers their receipts.
So as a shopper for any platform really, Doordash, UberEats, Grubhub, Instacart, Shipped, what have you, one of the things that they have you do is take a picture of the receipt, send it to the company, and you either throw it away or keep it. In this case, this Instacart shopper had probably one of the most insane receipt situations that I think a lot of shoppers have ever had to deal with. So with that said, we are talking about everything that is being said in this article, how it actually is for Doordash, UberEats, and Grubhub drivers and customers, and everything in between. So with that said, let's get started. Food recalls seem to be on the up lately with McDonald's Quarter Pounders, E. coli outbreak, and the USDA's 300-page recall document for possible listeria contamination. So what does this TikToker do when a customer's Instacart receipts lists numerous recall notices? I'm seriously wondering how the USDA would approach such a topic. Because again, we are just supposed to take a picture of the receipt and send it in. And I know that there's going to be a significant amount of shoppers that's not going to take a picture of every individual section of the receipt. I know a lot of people that would just take a picture of the top and call it a day. But that also said, that's kind of the problem too, isn't it? So what's going to happen when at some point an Instacart customer ends up getting E. coli or something like that, and suddenly it's on Instacart for not informing them of the outbreak? Emma Jane, or Emma Bobby MMA Fee 50 Fema 3, posted a TikTok on October 27th after finishing an Instacart order at Ralph's grocery store in San Luis Obispo, California. At this time, her video has over 4,000 views. Things you do for content, huh? I'm gonna leave her TikTok as well as her profile in the description so you can develop your own opinions on the subject.
Hey, with all the discourse and talk about all the recalls, I'm an Instacart shopper and I just did my first batch of the day and I got the longest receipt I've ever received, and I was like, what the fuck? Okay, this was their purchase, and then...
You know, honestly, I would actually love to hear what other people's perspective is of this situation, because I feel like there's going to be the transactional people that would absolutely be like, yeah, I'm just here to make money, man. I'm not here to deal with this long-ass piece of paper, and just do the order anyway. And then there's the opposite camp, where the customer would literally give you a problem. They would say in good conscience, I can't do this and blah, blah, blah. But I also think there's another camp within that saying it's really not my decision to make for a customer to do this or not. If they want the order, I will provide it to them. So let me know in the comments what you think about that.
Now, Instacart does not want us to give customers their paper receipts because you pay more per item over Instacart than you do in the store, and they don't want you to see that.
Is it not obvious though? Like, I feel like that should be obvious. Yes, there is going to be a huge price difference, and I think that's kind of how Instacart makes a lot of their money. But put it this way, that's kind of the point. That's kind of why Instacart is the way they are. It is a luxury service. There is supposed to be an upcharge. It's not great that it's so much more, but is it not expected from anybody that the prices are going to be different on an app for delivery for a premium service rather than going in person and getting it yourself? I feel like that should be a no-brainer. But then again, there are still no-tip customers who cry about tipping after service and never actually do. So Instacart prices typically vary from in-store prices, and shoppers are instructed to leave the receipts out per Instacart's document site. And funny enough, they do actually deactivate people for that. So don't be surprised.
What I'm gonna do is rip off this part so I don't get in trouble, but then give them all these recall notices, because why would I not give them recall notices for products that they just bought? But isn't that fucking crazy? This has never happened to me. In the 5 years I've been doing Instacart, never. Holy shit. Oh my God.
I feel like there's a lot more food and health safety guidelines now than they were back then, though, for good reason, of course, but that is a huge factor here. Viewers voiced their surprise noise. Commenters on Emma's video shared her level of shock at the receipt length. One wrote, "That's a CVS level receipt, and so happy you gave them the recalls." Another said, "Is the entire receipt recalled?" Yeah, I'm actually curious about that too. Like, how many of the items had to be recalled? Because if it's more than 50%, Instacart needs to get their shit together. Like, I don't know how large this order was, but I would say, like, if it is more than half the order shouldn't have been done at all. Like, Instacart really needs to integrate a way to notify people that there are recalls on certain items within their systems, if they don't do that already. I've never ordered on Instacart personally. I just shop for them. It's ridiculous that the store doesn't take recalled items off the shelf, a third commented. To which another person clarified, they do. Those are recall notices for items that they had previously sold in that store. So it's not about the items themselves. It's a list of items that are available in the store that are no longer available. And it's not necessarily the items that she bought. I feel like I have more questions then. Have other Instacart receipts been full of recalls? Emma's not the only one on TikTok to speak about this crazy long recall receipts. One customer, Ashley, at the Real Ash 2, posted on October 6th the lengthy recall list that the shopper left in her Instacart order from Kroger. Ashley's video received 140,000 views. The things you do for content, huh? In a follow-up video, Ashley clarifies to a concerned commenter that the recall items on the receipt were not the items she bought. This sentiment is similar to what one commenter said on Emma's video, which these receipts only list general recall notices. That keeps me at ease, to be honest. The way I was seeing it was like, does every single time that I deliver an order, they're going to have these notices on, and now I'm going to be super paranoid whenever I do an Instacart order? Really any order involving a large receipt like that? Like, do I need to be concerned that I'm about to accidentally poison a customer by doing my job? Like, come on. Because you know that Instacart will find any way in the world to put that on us, as opposed to taking responsibility themselves. Ralph's, the grocery store that Emma visited, is a subsidiary of Kroger, the store from which Ashley ordered. This explains why both women received lengthy receipts, as they probably list the same recalled items. They probably all use the same systems at the end of the day. That's not surprising. Should shoppers be concerned? It may feel that recalls have been on the rise lately, but HuffPost explains that a greater number of recalls may mean that our detection methods have become more successful and therefore reliable in recent years. Because food recalls are common, shoppers should review what the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, and the U.S. Department of Agriculture, USDA, report. Some ways to stay updated are reading your grocery chain's recall alerts, searching for specific products on the FDA's website, reviewing public safety alerts on the USDA's website, or signing up for the FDA's recall subscription service. I'm not gonna lie, I may actually do that latter point. I'd rather be notified as soon as possible that there's a recall on something that I like, as opposed to wait for it to pop up on the news or wait to hear it from like word of mouth of some sort. That's just me personally though. This is my opinion. It's worth what you pay for it. None of you pay me. There you go. It may seem tempting to just keep the receipt in the customer's bag anyway, because they should know when things are popping up. But I also, and this may be a hot take on my part, I wouldn't mess with my account by risking something like that. But that's me personally. I'm more of the straight shooter kind of person. In this case, now that I know that it's just a list of notices, do I think that Instacart would have a problem with it? I think they'd find any reason in the world to find you guilty as opposed to actually looking into what's actually happening. And also, if you do decide to do that and you take the moral high ground, make sure you're having a well-diversified gig portfolio and have an exit strategy strategy developed in the event that they do try to retaliate against you for something. And that is where the Driven Wyld Discord server is here to help. The Driven Wyld Discord server is an exclusive community for gig workers looking to expand their knowledge and expertise in the self-employment and entrepreneurial journeys. I partnered with high-level professionals to bring you some of the most exclusive benefits based on your needs as a gig worker. Exclusive professional opportunities and gig postings, live streams with high-level professionals in our industry, educational systems to help you build your own dispatch company, and scalable opportunities. Whether you're a gig worker looking for more opportunities to earn or looking for an exit strategy because the gig economy is an income bridge to what would be a long-term goal and not the goal, and you're looking for something with more growth potential and scalable opportunity, there is something here for you. Check the link in the description and get started on making the most amount of money in the least amount of time in the safest possible way. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.